Welcome, everyone, to episode 48. 48, wow.
48.
Of Everything Entertainment with Gooch and Trio. I'm Trio.
And I'm Gooch.
How's it going?
Weekend was good. I know you went to the wedding.
Yeah, I had a wedding last night. Good time. I was at the shore before that.
Yeah.
Just a whole
You had
lot.
a way better weekend than I did.
My
I did
liver
before.
is not happy
Did you drink
today.
a lot?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you have to pay some price for memories here. And that's the one. Just hangovers.
Were you really drunk last night?
I was pretty drunk. Well, because what happened...
I mean, I'm like, he's Snapchatting me like 2 in the morning. I was like, wow, I'm surprised he's actually can function.
No, I was pretty... we got back, and then my brother's like, you want to go to Barnaby's? I was like...
You want to go to Barnaby? Wait. They didn't card you?
No. And I just walked...
Seriously?
Yeah, they just walked
wow.
Just went... Dude, I was in a suit and stuff, so that probably helped. But...
Yeah.
But
'Cause,
anyways,
like,
it was...
I'm surprised.
It was...
I got carded at Barnaby's.
We went in there, and it, like... I just...
What
and I was
time?
with my brother and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
So
like you're
I'm attached at the hip to my brother as I go in.
Yeah.
So, like, they don't really even question it. And then
Yeah.
Sarah, and then his girlfriend's right behind me. So, like...
It's like, yeah, we're together.
Don't worry about it. I'm too cool.
Nice.
But it was a good time. It was a lot of fun. You know, weddings, you can't go wrong. What about you? What have you been up to?
Yeah, I just worked.
Worked?
It sucked.
We've been playing.
I mean, I've been raking it in, but...
That's good.
Dark Souls, which is going good.
I like it.
I got my criticism and stuff, but
You know, it is what it is.
I'm not gonna really get into it. Fallout, obviously, we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Kind of it. Besides, like, some usual games, I've been playing Gears. I haven't been playing too much Halo, because if you're not on, I kind of not as inclined at this point.
I hear you.
I haven't touched Battlefront in a while.
I haven't either.
Dude,
that comes in
I
spurts.
gotta finish some of those achievements. That's one thing that's like, it's always like, I want to finish those dumb ones. Because, like, now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I don't have as many games to 100% as I did at the beginning of the summer.
Because, I mean, you're just
Because I
doing
did.
it. Yeah. I mean, Battlefront comes in spurts for me. Like, I'll just have a long run of where I'm like, all right, I want to play this. And, like, now we're on Halo right now.
Yeah,
That's, like,
yeah.
our main multiplayer game at the moment. But, yeah, I've been playing. I just finished Red Dead again.
Oh, you did?
So good.
Did you want to?
I didn't 100% it yet, but I'm, like, close.
You'll
I'm
get
at,
to
like,
it.
98%. I just need to get, like, a few outfits.
You
and
leave on the 18th?
Yeah,
You
19th.
You got 2 weeks, so you definitely have enough time.
To do, yeah.
So yeah, Trio has some homework, so he needs to finish Blood and Wine and Metal Gear.
We'll see about Metal. No.
No,
I'll do it.
fucking
I'll
kill
finish
you.
it.
I really want to talk about Metal Gear so bad. So bad. I've been saying this for months.
Literally, I think, since, like,
Months.
episode maybe, like, 10.
I want to talk about it.
No. I'm not saying it's just funny. Like, it's been a running thing.
It has,
So,
for
just
this
like, have you
entire
finished
thing.
Metal Gear? And you're like, I'm like, nope. But anyways,
Let's get into the topics.
we'll just jump right into it. Yeah.
Go for it. Start it.
Killing Joke. We saw it.
We lived it.
We were there. We saw it all. So I'll get right into it. There is a big deviation. I guess it is a big deviation.
It's a big deviation.
So there's a big deviation from the comics in this movie. About, I'd say, the first 25 minutes to a half an hour
Yeah.
are totally new story that you've never read in The Killing Joke. It's not part of the graphic novel. It basically starts out. It's following Batgirl, and like you kind of see her crime fighting days. She has a run in with this one guy who kind of gets this thing for her. What's his name?
Paris
France.
Yeah.
His fucking name is Paris France, and like you can tell he's like into her, but like in that just weird like villain way where he's like, you know, I'd probably do you if I could, but like I'm gonna kill you
in
like,
a weirdly sexual way.
yeah, and so she's kind of having this
There's
whole
a
back
lot
and
of
forth thing.
sexual undertones,
Yeah.
actually, with it.
And Batman's like, you're off the case, like he's baiting you, like he's tricking you, blah blah blah, and then she gets in this whole like this. Okay, I'll say up to this point, I like it, like so far, like what they're trying to go for. Like they get in this argument, like Batman's like, I don't want you to die, like you're like family in a way, but then apparently there's just been this whole sexual undertone that's been going on with them. She kisses Batman, and I kind of thought, I think you thought this too. But
I don't
like,
think. Okay, go ahead.
I thought it almost looked like, so she jumps on him, starts kissing him, and then it looks like he almost goes to push her off, but then doesn't. And then they
Yeah.
just they just do it. They just flat
A lot.
out do
This
it.
is like if anyone, from what I've read, from what reviews, everything negative was from this first 30
Exactly.
minutes.
So
And hashtag bad sex. That's
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. You know what? Like, okay, I can see the gripe. It is kind of weird.
you can say what you.
I don't think Barbara and Bruce have ever had any sexual relations
in
at
the
all,
comics
right?
at all. No, I don't believe. Not that I know of.
But like,
Not
guess
that I'm aware.
I think it makes sense. In a way, in ways, you know, I think something like that could happen. Absolutely, like.
And I mean, it really depends, in my opinion, on like what age. Like, I don't
Bruce
know.
has to
I didn't
be in
see
his
it-
30s.
No, who?
Bruce.
Oh, easily. I think he's like late 20s, early 30s. That's what they usually go for, anyways. And,
Oh yeah, well, I was gonna say, what? I don't think they ever really
The
spell
age
out
range.
the age of Batman. Like, especially like
in
his
like the prime comics, like that's the usual age they're going for, like late 20s, early 30s, like in that range, like peak. Like you're at your peak, motherfucker. Anyways, so yeah, they get it on, and I personally at first was like, yeah, whatever, like cool, but then like kind of
Nice.
good for you, Bats, good for you. But then I was like kind of thinking about it. I was like, I don't know if I really need that, because like in a way, like I always kind of pictured the relationship between Batman and Batgirl as more father-daughter than like lover. That's why Batwoman's around, but obviously she's a
No, they
lesbian
don't-
now. But well, no. At first she was introduced as his love interest, but then
Really?
yeah, then like in the original comics. But now she's Katie Kane, and she's like actually
A
a lesbian.
yeah.
But I don't know. I really think I kind of agree with the fact of like we probably didn't need that. It doesn't destroy the movie for me.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm lukewarm on it. I
agree.
don't think it was very necessary.
I agree too. It gives context to what eventually will happen. You know, the point of the Killing Joke, where the Joker comes in to the Gordons and shoots Barbara
Through the
and
spine.
paralyzes
Yep.
her, takes pictures of her
Nude.
naked,
Yep.
and then fucks with Gordon.
Like, I guess I do understand that they are trying to add that other layer of like, oh well, they were in a romantic relationship, so that means this is even more of a like driving force for Batman. But I don't
think
like
that. Like, even if they weren't involved, like, I think he still would have.
No. I agree. I'm not saying that.
And he doesn't even go after Joker because of that. He
No,
goes
that's what I'm
after
saying, yeah,
like
yeah.
that one little thing. It really doesn't make any sense. Like, you look at it, like he
That's what I
goes.
was about to say,
He
yeah.
goes to Arkham for like literally no reason. He doesn't get like he finds those people dead, and they were. Oh no! Wait.
He
No,
gets this
he
like
breaks out.
inkling. Yeah, no. He finds those people dead.
But he broke out of jail at that point.
Yeah, but he just finds the people dead, and he's just like, "This is weird. Like, why would they show up now?" He's like, "All right, I gotta go talk to him." So then he goes and talks to him. And
That whole
realizes it's a
dialogue when he's like,
Str-
"We need to talk."
That's like
That's his
straight
favorite.
out of the comics. Yeah,
Really?
like that whole exact scene when he's like putting down the car.
I was gonna say, are most of the lines from like I gotta read the comic.
I'd
now.
say like from the point on, literally when he's walking into Arkham Asylum is literally I feel like the comic.
like you see,
Word for
is
word,
there
yeah.
is there a panel with Harvey Dent
Yeah, like,
scratching at the thing? For
I
the
don't.
coin?
There might be.
I thought that
I believe
was
so.
pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I was
But-
like, wow, Arkham's really toned down. It's literally
These
just
bitches.
cells.
But,
It's
like-
literally just cells. I'm like I think about it though. Every time you see Arkham, it's some crazy fucking super prison.
Oh, I know, but in this, yeah, they
It's
did
very,
kind of go more
like,
toned down.
okay.
Like it's just an asylum, like for the fucked up people, but
Yeah.
like they're manageable. But I see exactly what you're saying.
Manageable.
I see what you're saying, and the fact like they did try and add this layer on, but it didn't connect because like by the end of this whole scenario,
Are we going back to Batgirl?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
by the end of this whole scenario, we get to the end and like he has his final confrontation with the Joker where he's like, "I can help rehabilitate you," like this, that, and the and like, but I'm like, he just shot Batgirl through the spine, took naked pics of her, and Batman's just like, "Dude, I can help you, man." Like, no. Then they give him this whole romantic relationship, which I felt like the point of was to give that extra layer, but the fact that you don't think it was is to show that it failed, like it didn't work. Like you're just like, oh, well, they just did it.
It's kind of what I think it was. And like, I don't
No,
know.
I know, but
Bruce
I'm saying
Wayne
like,
would have sex with her. Maybe not Batman.
well, nah.
Yeah.
Batman is Batman,
And
or
Bruce-
I'm sorry, Batman is really who Batman is, and Bruce Wayne's just his facade. He just does that shit.
No, you're right. Batman is more Bruce Wayne than Bruce Wayne is Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
you're- yeah.
like that is his
Yeah.
his cowl.
Dude,
is
like in
Bruce Wayne.
in like Bad Blood and stuff, and I don't think he does it in this, but like he's like that's Bruce Wayne's job. Like he's talking
Exactly,
in like a
like,
third
that's the
person.
thing.
It's like what the hell?
Bruce Wayne's his mask, not Batman. That's
Yeah.
the whole, and that's the big point. Did you ever read that Batman in Psychology book? The one, the Travis Langley guy that we saw at Comic-Con?
No.
It goes, it's a really cool book. I have it on audiobook. I listen to it. And it kind of goes in that whole thing. But that's a different story. Yeah, it was, don't get me wrong, I'm so happy I saw this whole, from Arkham Asylum on, it was perfect.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoyed it, word for word. But yeah, that first 25, 30 minutes,
Lukewarm.
yeah. unnecessary in my opinion. But
a lot of people shit the shit
a lot of
on
people
it.
were
I'm
really
like-
mad
I'm
about
like-
it.
I'm like, ugh.
You know,
That's typical crap.
I was
from
about to say
people.
like you can't win every battle. What are you gonna do?
But I liked it.
Overall, yeah, I
mean, it
enjoyed
was
it.
a very,
I'm glad
like,
it was done.
Spot on adaptation of the Killing Joke, from what I know.
Yeah, no, and for me personally, reading it, spot on. And I really like it's cool because when you do see those flashback scenes of him as Jack Kirby, I think his name. No, not Jack Kirby.
Jack Kirby's the writer.
Yeah, who I
He
can't
doesn't have a
remember.
name, I don't think.
No, he does. They name him. I can't remember it though. When basically Joker's who he is before he's Joker, you can hear like Mark Hamill just kind of talking like a normal person. He's like, "Guys, what's up, man?" Like,
Yeah.
it's up with you. But then when he kind of gets out, like he has that whole moment when he just his mind snaps.
He really snaps, though.
That's the thing. And his whole motto is it only takes one bad day.
That must be
But-
where Daredevil got it for Punisher, because he says in Punisher tells Daredevil, he's like,
It's only take one
you're
day.
only one bad day away from becoming me.
And overall, good stuff. I think we can move on though. Anything else you?
No,
Good.
I liked it
Good.
a lot, though.
Moving on, me and Gooch both got a chance to see Star Trek Beyond. Wanted to give it a little talk about what we thought about it. Personally, I enjoyed it a lot. Gooch, what did you think?
Yeah, it was solid. I really think it was super solid, like, overall. Like, I enjoyed it. Did you like Crawl?
Yeah,
Did
really
you,
liked
did you see
Crawl.
that coming or no? I kind of had a feeling he was somebody specific, just because, like, it didn't...
I guessed it, but only because I kind of like on Facebook I saw him as a human.
Yeah, I saw that too!
Like I
I'm
saw him
that's
as a human in
spoiler!
footage. Like I was like,
What?
why did you show me that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like yeah, it was in a trailer. Like
I
you
saw
see him,
it.
like
I
he
saw it, like, I
he
was
like
on-
turns off the camera, like
Yeah.
when he's still
I
out
saw
of
it.
makeup.
I saw it on Twitch, and I'm like, that was a fucking spoiler.
Yeah, like
I was like, why is that a thing?
and then so when they find that whole USS Kelvin or whatever the Kevin
Franklin.
that's it. I kind of, and then they were like, oh, this is whatever his name is, shit, blah blah. I'm like, that's probably Crawl. Like just because I saw the video, I just assumed.
Oh, and the alien white girl, that's what's her face?
Kingsman
from
girl.
Kingsman.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, she was awesome.
Yeah, she was good.
So-
She was like one of my favorite characters.
This definitely felt like kind of like a Star Trek, not apology, I don't want to say, but like this definitely, from what I'm hearing from very big like Trek fans, was that like this is a return to what they wanted, like as in like it's not just mostly action. I mean, there's not a ton. I mean, there is still a good amount of
There's
action.
a
in this
ton of
movie.
action in it.
No, I agree with that. I'm just saying
Oh, right.
compared Gooch, no, compared to Into Darkness and stuff like that, where you just got that
I
destruction
don't even
porn.
remember Into Darkness, dude.
I-
I only saw it in the theaters once. Like I've seen the original like once or twice. Like I saw it in theaters and I saw it. I think on TV and shit. It's been long enough. But like I remember that movie.
I mean,
I barely.
dude,
remember
just this
Into
series
Darkness.
overall, I've really liked, and
I mean, it's
this
still
was
going.
just-
I don't. This is.
oh no, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It just as a whole, I still really enjoyed it. I liked Into Darkness. A lot of people crap on it because apparently it's the least Star Trek film out there for some reason. I don't know the specifics as to why. Because I was like actually looking at these lists online, and it's at the bottom of like every like Star Trek fans list. Into Darkness,
Okay.
like after like even all the old ones, and I was like, it's not that bad.
A lot of people don't like those old ones. Like
Yeah.
the original series movies are shit. And I asked my dad. I was like, "Are they any good?" He's like, "No, they're crap."
It's just, I mean, they were part of the times. They were probably good when you saw them back then, but
No,
or even somewhat
no.
enjoyable.
He's
yeah.
talking back then. They were bad back then. You didn't realize Star Trek had a lot of
Oh,
ebbs
no.
and flows.
I know.
Like it really shit the bed on a lot of points. That's why they canceled it.
Yeah.
And
And then they
brought
rebooted it again
Picard.
with new Picard. Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I really liked how is they obviously Leonard Nimoy has passed away, so they talk about that. They talk about how Ambassador Spock is dead, and they don't really get too much into like super detail, but like he dies, and like Spock is like dealing with that trauma.
He's like, I
And-
died, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's
And they do a nod back to the old crew. Shatner
dude. That
and-
stuff was honestly so cool. Like
Oh,
I really
I
thought it was
really
like.
liked that picture at the end.
I thought like the stuff with Nimoy was handled so well. Like how
Yeah.
Spock. Like it's funny because I didn't even think about it. Like at first when they show up, they're like Commander Spock. We have some news.
no,
for you."
I had no idea.
And then he walks away. I was like, oh shit, it's old Spock, isn't it? And then that's when he
Yeah.
he pulls up the ambassador Spock thing, started whatever, and he just kind of has this real moment of where you're just like, he's like, fuck. Like,
So those universes are like two different versions, right?
Yeah,
Like,
they're technically, but they still they technically still reference each other though. As in, I should say, the new one references the old.
Yeah.
Because it's just technically a separate timeline.
No, exactly.
And I mean, we start off this movie with Kirk. It's his birthday, and he's 1 year older than his dad was when he passed away on the USS Kelvin, and I thought that was really cool. And you just see him kind of just dealing with the day to day of like Star Trek, of just like being out and about in the universe. Like the beginning's really funny when he's in this kind of whole Coliseum looking thing, and he's trying to make a presentation to like this other alien species on like another species' behalf, and like they look like these hulking like gigantic things, and then he's like, I want their head, like it's the other alien,
little guy.
and then they jump down, and you're like, oh shit, and it's just these little dudes that just roll at his feet. And he's like, get out of here, they're gonna kill us.
They gave a lot of dialogue to McCoy, Dr. McCoy, in this. A lot more like.
I'd say just a lot more to everyone in general, but
Nah, I think
like Chekhov got way
what's
more
her-
than I
what's her
feel
name?
like.
Zoe Saldana's character.
I agree with that's
Ahura?
true. That's
Ahura?
true. She really didn't have a
She
lot
was
to
just
say in
like,
this.
oh. Yeah, no, she didn't. She didn't have much at all. Chekhov, though, he did.
Dude, he was
Captain.
Captain. Oh, dude, he was so good, man.
He was.
I was like, he
I
was
think
really
you know
one
what?
of the better parts
I
of that
wonder
movie.
what if I've noticed him if he hadn't passed away. I really do, because like now that he's
That's
dead,
very true.
like-
Yeah. You're just thinking about it.
Did you say that for the tribute at the end? Like
Was there?
the
I
loving
didn't know.
memory of Leonard Nimoy, and then it said for Anton.
Oh no,
After
I didn't.
that.
I missed
Yeah,
that.
It's
Then
not at the very end, but it's before like the regular
the credits. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had to go right away because I was going to work, so I left like right as the credits ended. But I mean, dude, just all that stuff was handled so tastefully. Like, he gets Ambassador Spock's like or Spock gets old
His,
Spock
like,
stuff at the end, and then
his,
he pulls out the
what's the word?
possessions.
No, there's a word. You just keep going.
But anyways, he pulls out, like Gooch said, he pulls out
Effects.
the picture. Yeah.
His personal effects. There you go.
He pulls out this like little picture of like the whole original Enterprise crew, and it's just that's like
It's very
it was really
nostalgic.
probably one of my favorite moments of the whole movie because it was just it paid, I think, tastefully paid homage to that old crew while showing you that this is the new crew, and like
What did you
it
think of
just
the
works.
Sulu scene with him and his boyfriend? Her husband?
literally didn't even think about it.
Nah,
like
it
literally
was just like, dude, that wasn't a big deal.
Like,
at all.
if they didn't
like
even-
they weren't fucking making out. He put his hand on his goddamn
no,
back.
if
Like-
no one even mentioned that, like, and I just happened to see that in the theater, I'd be like, oh, he's gay. Oh, okay. Like, not even, or I probably wouldn't have even noticed it if like it just didn't even
yeah, it wasn't
like
a big deal at all.
didn't even make a difference to me.
Nah,
He's Sulu.
you kidding me, Captain?
But like, it was pretty cool. So when they crash into the planet is when it really gets good, of course.
Dude, that ship
Enterprise-
gets torn the fuck apart.
Dude, when it like splits off like for the saucer, oh man, it's
yeah, I was like,
it's
holy
so
shit, I didn't
cool.
know I could do that. Yeah, like the engine. Oh, dude, I really enjoyed that. The ships, the fact that they were like all these little like.
Yeah,
insects,
like they
the
basically
hive
were
or
like
the swarm.
bees. They just tunnel
Yeah,
through
bees,
the thing,
That's the word they used.
and it was dude, I've never seen like ships really move like that before. In like
It's like
I don't know,
Mass
so-
Effect level.
It was really cool. Like there was just swarms of things basically devouring the ship, and they like cut it in half and like cut off the wings. And we eventually find out that this is old like mining gear that was left on the planet that they just kind of retrofitted. So we'll talk a little more about Crawl. So basically, near the beginning of the movie, we find the ship, the USS. What was it? The old one, Franklin. And that scene was really cool too. So it pays back to like the first starships.
Does it
like,
look like that? Does
I
it
don't.
really-
They
I don't-
might. I think that they probably would have like accurately depicted it. But either way, it was just really cool to
The original
see.
Enterprise, yeah.
It was really cool to see like that original ship design and just kind of see like the retro future before like this real future that they're kind of in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost like I don't want to say Fallout style, but like that.
No, I know what you're saying.
Mhm.
Retro.
It's really cool
futuristic.
stuff. Yeah. So we hear about this old Starfleet captain who was actually around before Starfleet was ever even like a thing. Before it was just the United Earth Military Force or something, and then
Yeah.
they ended up switching over the Enterprise. They hand these military leaders these exploration ships. They go off on your own. Apparently, this commander did not like that. This is Idris Elba's character. He ends up getting stranded on this planet out in deep space.
And then pretty much the Federation like
kind of just
I was
leaves
insane,
like they don't.
yeah.
Well, they're
Couldn't
missing in
find him,
action. They just
yeah.
really couldn't find him. So
And he
he
blames them. So
he
like
blames
that, and
them.
then he becomes immortal and like de-evolves like
he like figures out there's like some way
alien thing on the planet
that allows him to like absorb life force of like other people, and it distorts his figure, and he looks really fucking cool when he first gets on the ship.
Yeah.
And I mean, they did everything practical. All the aliens look super cool in this too.
Yeah.
Like the one girl with like the crab head.
yeah.
Like it was.
It's like,
It was some super cool
it's
stuff.
in my head.
It looked like a fucking face hugger from Alien or
Yeah.
something. But anyways, it's just a lot of cool design. Just set work look really cool in my opinion.
Solid overall.
Overall,
yeah.
just extremely solid movie. Idris Elba, can't go wrong with him in anything usually.
He's a really diverse actor.
He really is.
He really is.
Like he manages to like emote from underneath all that makeup and like really kind of make you feel for the character. I liked it. I mean, I wouldn't say his like I kind of get like I understand why he's attacking.
I mean, towards the end, I
but like
guess
you
you
just
can
kind of
feel.
he's just like fuck it, I'm just doing it.
Yeah, he was like the glass. Just kidding. Stab.
I thought he was about to like help him for a
Yeah, I
sec,
did
and then he
too.
was like,
That's
nope.
what it makes you try to think.
And they did it. They did it. And I think that about does it for our Star Trek Beyond talk. Moving on,
Who's that?
my brother. I'll
Oh,
talk to
wow.
him later. Moving on to Fallout 4 Vault DLC stuff. Vault Tech,
Workshop.
as they say. What do you think, Gooch?
So let me just start by saying, if you don't like the settlement system, you're not going to like the DLC.
I agree.
If you don't like this, you might
Well,
as
no,
well
I
not.
should say
if you
don't like building.
if
in
you
the
don't
game,
like building and you're not interested in spending time making a vault, then don't get it. I think it's as simple as that. The quest line is not so far. I'm kind of like.
I
very
would
good.
say
Did
that.
you finish the quest?
No, yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that though because like
I would.
I don't have any interest in the like settlement stuff. I don't do anything with that. But like building my own vault, I don't know.
Yeah,
why.
but
It's
like
different.
I build my own house. I don't fucking like go to every goddamn settlement and build it up. I kind of used to, but like then
Well, no, I know, but
I
I'm
got
just-
Spectacle Island and I.
All I'm
pimped
saying
my
is
house
I would
out.
not if you think like building like something like this would be really cool. Like whereas I wouldn't think it's that much. I don't think it's that much fun to go out in my settlement and like build these different houses and stuff like that. Whereas like I feel like having the vault like kind of hones it in and focuses it into where like, all right, well I can have this section be my cafeteria, this section be this, and like it makes it easier. It makes it honestly a lot more fun for me to kind of make this like cool, kind of elaborate, like underground thing. But I just didn't get that same like go ahead from the above ground, just regular settlement stuff. So I wouldn't say totally write it out. I'm really enjoying it so far. You get a lot of materials and shit from
I
just
like it.
starting.
Yeah, it's cool. Sorry.
No.
It's interesting to get into, but I don't like the quest line's kind of boring. I don't like.
How far are you in it? Did
what
you
I-
just interview like the people or whatever? Because I just set up the
I
beacon.
have to build a soda machine
I have to build a
for a
soda.
test. And I kind of don't like the fact that they're making you experiment on people, like the Vault Tech Overseer, and it's just like, do I have to? Really? And like, can I just build the vault?
I mean, I think I'm just building the vault and like recruiting.
No, yeah,
people.
I am too. But like, the first thing you do is after you recruit the guy, like you have to build like a power bike and do an experiment with it, and you can fuck with people, like you can be evil about it.
I don't know. That sounds funny to me. I mean, but can you just like let them just run through the experiment regularly and not be evil?
Yeah.
So, well then,
Yeah, but I don't know.
I just think it's.
But like, it doesn't tell you how to build the vault. It's just kind of like.
I know. I will.
That's what I don't like. I'm like, okay, I want to build a power bike, but I want to build a fucking like athletics room before I fucking do that.
I can't just build the fucking power bike.
Exactly.
In the middle of it.
Exactly.
No, I know
Like,
exactly
I can't
what you
just
mean.
fucking do that.
I was having some trouble.
I'm like,
too,
I gotta build the atrium, and I built the overseer's office, and I
Yeah.
built like the power room.
And I mean, that's what I'm
now
doing
I'm building
right
my
now.
atrium. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to just like, I'm like, why? I'm like, I don't even know how to make an atrium. Atriums are fucking confusing as hell.
Yeah, I actually
Some of those
just
pieces,
finished.
dude. I'm like, holy shit. It took me so long to figure out
No,
what I was supposed
agree.
to do.
I will. Like, I started on it today, and like the first hour was me just like, "What the fuck? Like, how do I connect this room to this room?"
Dude, the
and like,
pieces, like, it doesn't.
I will
tell
admit
you.
though, like I've gotten it down and I figured out everything, and I think it's actually pretty easy once you figure out
Yeah,
where
once
all
you
the stuff is
figure it out,
and
but
once you
it
figure it out.
took
But
me
yeah,
a few-
no,
it took me a few hours.
I think that there should be more
Have you
tutorial
figured out
based
how
stuff.
to put power around with the tube?
I just
things.
haven't had a chance to do.
So once you put a reactor down, like they added these tube
that
wires,
are basically like wires, yeah.
but like on the ground and on the ceiling, and I'm like, I've never used them, so like I had to figure that out. Like now, you have fucking
I'm
pipes
guessing-
running out through your vault from the reactor.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
I mean, it takes a while. Dude.
I mean,
it's
yeah,
it's an investment in time.
And it is, and honestly, that's what it's all about. It's if you want to put that investment in, and I'm excited.
And again, if you're not into settlement stuff and you're not into building, like it's not for you. The quest isn't worth it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it, and I didn't like that stuff.
I
So
kinda
take that
like
as
it. It's all right.
So take that as you will. I think it's really cool. I just wanted to build a vault.
I wasn't too
It's let me
thrilled
build
about
it.
it when I heard it either, because it was just like you know how much time I put into my house. I gotta show you my fucking house. In that
that's
game.
why
my house is huge. My house is like insane.
That's why I'm happy I didn't invest in like my above ground like sanctuary stuff. Like I have my house, and then that's it. I've done like no settlement stuff. So this is going to become my main base of like operations. I'm going to send all my people there. Everyone's going to be chilling in Vault 88. It's going to be a party.
I like how they like made the vault canon. Like
Yeah.
it's actually a Vault 88, and like you know,
Like it was being built, but then they got like shut in somehow. Some of them turned to ghouls, and
yeah.
it's. I'll agree with you. It's definitely heavy building, so take that as you will. But I'm really enjoying it. And I just wanted to build my own vault. Like that was my main goal. I'm happy with this.
Yeah, you were looking forward to it more than I was, to be honest.
And because they did have that. Vault,
I just wanted my fucking weapon stand.
They
that's
had
it.
that vault building mod that was like.
Now it's like is that
doesn't make-
defunct? Is that still a thing?
Oh, I guess would they take that out if they?
I mean, I guess they would have to. I mean, like, what fucking point of a mod? I mean, like,
I will say I like this way better.
I mean, it's because
easier,
it's
'cause-
how
exactly.
was that mod?
It was cool, but like if you fell out of the vault, you'd fall out of the map, and like it was hard to build. It was just
Yeah,
a
because
bitch.
it's yeah.
But like this, like you actually have that negative space around that you can stand in to build it, so it's actually
Oh, so you had to
possible.
build the vault
from like
the,
inside. Like you'd have to like stand at the doorway and then like put the piece on, move up to that piece. And then
How
put
would the
piece-
pieces connect? Like,
okay, but not as good as this stuff. Like
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
running. This is way more worth it to me. And I mean, I don't even know how much it is standalone. Probably like $5. Like if you did just.
I'm
want
pretty
this.
sure, yeah.
That's that. Good stuff. Good stuff from.
Moving
Vault-Tec.
on, No Man's Sky.
P-
PC delay.
Why would the see? Is it harder? No, I just got a question. Is it harder to make stuff on PC? Because like
Yes.
we saw this kind of stuff.
It's harder to optimize, yes.
Because
PC
I mean, like
ports
look
are
at
tough.
Arkham.
Games
Like,
that
was-
port to PC, which is Arkham, is porting from console. They build it for console and they're porting it to PC, whereas Witcher ported to Xbox.
Do you
Like,
know if it's easier to do any which way? Is it easier to
it's
port
harder to port to PC from console.
Okay.
It's easier to port from PC to console.
because you can just
I
tone down
don't know
everything,
what
so
goes into
yeah,
it, but
but-
like I know that.
gotcha.
So the game will be launching on PC August 12th. The original release date is August 9th. A lot
It's
of people.
3 days.
4 days, but still, that just doesn't make sense to me.
Well, they must have some reason for it, or else they wouldn't delay it for 4 days. So what? Were people getting all pissed off because it's 4 more days?
I mean, people are very skeptical about this game now. I hear a lot of people be like, I don't think there's going to be much content. I'm like, honestly, what content have they showed besides
Also-
exploring planets?
But that's the thing. People have blown this out of proportion. They haven't blown anything out of proportion, I think. The
No
people
Man's
who made
Sky?
No Man's Sky.
Oh, I think
they've
it's
showed.
overhyped as hell.
Well, they haven't done it themselves. It's the people around. They've heard this. They put out their game and they said, all right, it's
Oh,
exploratory,
absolutely.
this, that, and the other. And then people latched on and kind of made it like, oh, I'm going to be able to explore this, that, and the other, and this, and then do that, and then do this, that, that. And like,
People did it with Fallout 4.
and they've made this, and people have made their own promises to themselves about this game. That like, I don't think that personally, like that the people who've developed No Man's Sky have like said that they're going to deliver on in any way, shape, or form. They've just been saying that this is our game, this is what it is, and people have been taking it this other way. I think it's going to be cool. I'm really excited. There is combat in it. I mean, I saw there was a trailer for the combat.
Are you getting it?
Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm
When's it come?
I'm still-
When's it
still
going
on
to come
board.
out? I just read the release date. Oh wow, it comes out in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Or,
I'm
yeah,
on board.
a little week and a half.
I mean, then the file size is very small on it, isn't it? I thought I saw somewhere it's like 9.8 gigabytes total.
That's pretty small compared to like fucking like I remember like Unity was like
Fucking
84
Fallout's like
gigs.
90, yeah.
Yeah,
something
it's
like
like
that. Something
insane.
insane. But yeah, that's about it for the No Man's Sky. Moving on.
Life is Strange is being adapted into a live-action series. So, Life is Strange publisher Square Enix is working with Legendary Studios and transmedia production company DJ2 Entertainment to adapt the beloved adventure game into a live-action digital series. The companies announced today. So, we are proud and excited to be working alongside Legendary to realize a new version of Arcadia Bay and Blackwell Academy, complete with our rich cast of realistic, believable characters and memorable events, said John Brook, Vice President for Brand and European Marketing at Square Enix. I think it's really interesting that they're going forward with this game, which is awesome. I know you haven't played Life is Strange, but Life is Strange is fucking great. It's so... It's
very story-based game, right?
It's very Telltale, but, like, it's not. It's very in the same vein as a Telltale game.
I've heard about it.
It's not a Telltale game. Like, you play it and you don't feel like it's Telltale.
No, I know what you mean. They have their own little
It's
thing
very different, and it's very cool. The characters are awesome. It's really quirky and, like, goofy as hell, but, like, it's super serious. Like, what the whole game's about is really, like, adult. The last chapter gets, like, really dark.
See, like, the only reason I don't like these games and like as much anymore, and that I find it hard to do, is because I'd rather watch a TV show. To be totally honest,
Like
with most of this
I
stuff.
like the interaction.
Like what do you do in this game? Like, what do you interact?
Walk around,
you
talk
just walk
to
around
people.
and talk to people.
But like the thing is, she has a power where she can reverse time.
Okay.
So like, if you make a decision you don't like it, you reverse time, and like you can do different things. And like sometimes, sometimes you'll say something to someone and be like, "Oh, that offended them." Like in the beginning, like they're doing little ways to like introduce the player into
like show
the
this,
mechanic.
like,
So like you say something to this girl and she gets pissed off. Reverse time. Now you know that, and go in and talk and like.
Talk the other way.
Say it differently,
Yeah.
and like it changes things.
Okay,
so
that
like,
actually does sound pretty interesting.
like right off the bat, like the mechanics are different from anything Telltale's done. But I'm interested to see what this is eventually gonna be, because like I think it's interesting.
So what? They're just making it into like a TV show or like a
Essentially.
Yeah. All right. That should be
maybe.
interesting.
I think it's like I don't know if it's. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be animated, or like it says like a digital series. Oh, live action digital series. So they're not. I'm assuming they're just gonna put it out online, like that. But like I think the game has the fan base to like want
to warn it. Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Next up.
Moving on to some Nintendo stuff before Gooch goes on his absolute rant. I'm going to talk about this a little bit first. So, Nintendo NX is apparently, according to Kotaku and actually a few other places have like pretty much have been lining up with the same rumors. The NX will be a portable / home console, as in like it will have like a portable gamepad with it that detaches and like you can play games on the go, and also detachable controllers. I don't know what that really means, but first off, at first I was thinking like Gooch here, like, what the fuck are you guys doing? What is going on? This is stupid. Give me a fucking HD box, give me fucking third-party games, and just put some good goddamn Nintendo games on it. And at the same time, yeah, I kind of still want them to do that. But I'm kind of fine with them doing something different, because we already have a PS4 and Xbox One. And they're doing a total fine job at it.
I'm charging.
If they can connect this to the point of where it's like actually cool, and I'm getting like Mario Kart and stuff on it, and they're releasing all these like cool handheld games that are also consoles that I can just take with me, and it really depends on the price point too. I'm okay with this. I don't care. And here comes the Gooch.
Nintendo, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck? What is this? I don't understand this. Dude, they just don't want to make money. I'm fucking sold. And like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, Wii U did not work at all. The figures show it. The sales show it. It did not sell nearly as much as the Wii. And they just keep her like, oh yeah, people like that tablet control. No one fucking liked it. No one liked it. Nobody was like, yeah, that's what I want. Like, on paper and, like, in concept it sounds interesting, but, like, what? And then...
Is that what it's supposed to look like down there? Is that
yeah.
like, I guess...
Yeah. Isn't that just weird? Like, I don't...
Like, that's the whole console?
I don't know. And then there's, like, sites saying that it will also use cartridges. What?
Yeah. Oh no, it's actually I heard like definitely gonna use cartridges.
What the fuck is that? What are we living in like the 80s? Like how does
Apparently, it's actually cheaper.
that? I don't give a shit.
No, I'm not. I mean,
Does that has to make things more difficult?
why?
I don't know. What the hell? Have you seen a cartridge made in 2016?
No,
Exactly.
So they can
So,
probably
like-
be made pretty well and pretty
And
easily.
like, and then and it was also rumored that Nintendo isn't planning to do any sort of backwards compatibility. That's bullshit.
stupid, too,
They
yeah.
should put games out on their fucking Wii store. They should put
No, it should
Galaxy.
all-
They should put Galaxy 2. Every fucking Zelda. Every goddamn game should be on that fucking store. Because guess what? You're gonna make a profit off of that.
I know, but
And
they
you
don't want
and
that.
you don't
Gooch.
have to do shit. You already HD remastered Twilight Princess. Fucking put it on the store. Like, just like, and even like, Sony needs to do that too.
Yeah.
They
Well,
need
like
to
PlayStation.
They need to put all their goddamn games on that store with trophy support. Because guess what? You can pay me and I'll fucking make trophies for your goddamn game.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
yeah.
like you literally, it would take like 2 days with like 5 people. Like,
Imagine
sitting there,
like a
let's
mini
make some
PlayStation
trophies.
1, like with like 50 games.
They did it with Rare Replay. All those games have achievements. I mean, that's kind of a different story where like they made that game for Xbox One.
Yeah, but still.
But they're all ports.
Yeah,
I just think Nintendo needs to not fuck it up. Like they really.
I do.
Like
it
the
is
rumor,
annoying.
it's rumored to be announcing in March of 2017. This is where like we would have heard about PS4 and Xbox One right now. So like they need to have some sort of event before the holidays. Honestly,
Let's put it this way. I just want like I would love to just get the next like just give me like a $250 box that just can play Zelda.
I just want Zelda.
That you will put out a new Mario Kart on, a new Mario Party on, a new Mario on, a new every goddamn IP you have on, and make it good. And just for God's sakes, I just
See, you're getting pissed too. Because
no,
because
I no
there
am
is some
pissed.
validity to me raging.
I just the picture is confusing me even more. I didn't see the picture before.
It's just I don't understand it either.
Like, is
It
it
look-
going to be?
it looks
like
like
are those
like
the two controllers? It's literally
They
just
fucking
like
detach. What does that mean?
so.
It's a goddamn
what they
tablet. It's a fucking tablet with like detachable controller sides. It looks exactly like the Wii U pad, right?
the Wii. No, the Wii. Well, yeah. The
I
Wii
mean
U
the
pad,
way
like-
it the way it
Yeah.
it's shaped.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh
I don't
god.
know.
Oh,
I just
Jesus.
still can't even get over that we haven't heard one word about it. Like
because they
like,
probably
legitimately.
are shitting their pants.
I don't
With,
even.
when
well, no,
when,
the thing is,
when,
it's
when
funny. Like,
Scorpio and the Neo.
but it's funny
Get
though
it
because
now?
I just don't think they are. I just think like they don't fucking care. Like that's
No,
what
I
this
think
is
you're right
showing
too.
me.
They obviously
Yeah,
don't
like, they
care.
just
They
literally just
obviously
like,
are just
alright,
like
well,
we're
we must be
Nintendo. We're
fine.
gonna do what we want. Like
Yeah.
fuck you, Nintendo, Miyamoto. Like get the hell out of here. Like they're.
Fuck you, Nintendo Miyamoto.
I
bitch.
will. I've said it once. They're a bunch of old guys stuck in their ways.
They are.
They've been doing the same shit for years. What I mean, like Splatoon is like the newest thing they've had, and like I'm not gonna say that's the most innovative game ever.
Mhm.
It's not.
No. Weird stuff, man. I
said
don't
my-
even know what
I've
else to
said my
say about it.
piece.
Yeah.
I'm out. Later.
And bye. Moving on, we got a new expansion for Hearthstone coming.
So, Blizzard announced the other day that new adventure expansion is coming to Hearthstone. It's called One Night Karazhan. For those who don't know, Karazhan was a big raid in the second expansion called Burning Crusade. So it's pretty much it's like a did you see the Warcraft movie? No.
No.
It's where a mage named Medivh lives. It's pretty much like a mage tower.
Okay.
But like it's fancy as fuck.
Ooh.
So like they're taking like this comical approach where it's like a fucking party in the castle. So obviously new cards are coming out, probably with some new features and shit. So this, which makes this different from like the last expansion, is this has like a single player component where like that's how you earn the cards. Whereas like some expansions are just here's new cards and you have to buy the packs. That's how you do it. And this is just like you get the cards through playing the single player experience.
Okay.
I haven't really been into the Hearthstone much lately. I've kind of like really dropped it.
Dropped off it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really. You know me. I don't really play much of these card games. I mean, is it like so? Does it add anything really on besides just aesthetically, or is it just like,
No, it's
just
new
cards? Like that's
yeah.
it.
I mean, they're adding to the meta,
And then it's
I mean,
just
like,
supposed to. I get what you're saying.
And like they'll
Okay.
do updates to cards and like maybe fix some stuff, quality
Okay.
of life changes.
Cool
Yeah.
stuff.
Um,
Moving on. What's
yeah,
this stuff?
so-
Gooch? Actually, what's
you know what
Lawbreakers?
Lawbreaker is, right? It's Cliff's game, Boss Key Studios.
Oh yeah, that I feel like I've definitely seen a video on it, but I don't remember
Yeah,
specifically.
so I got invited to an alpha through Richie, actually, the guy I do videos for.
Okay.
And, so it's pretty much it's a class-based shooter, a lot like Overwatch and TF2. Its game modes are interesting. The gameplay is at its core, it's a shooter, and it's fun. I think it's cool. The classes are interesting. There's only 4, and I think they need a little bit more. It just kind of seems like there's not enough.
Yeah, like there's not enough variation.
There's not enough meat.
Yeah. Is that all the ones that they're going to have in the game?
There was
like,
only 4. It's like an assassin class.
Are you sure
one.
they aren't
I don't
just
know.
only
I
putting
have
that
no
many
idea.
in for the
I have
alpha?
no idea.
Okay.
So I was talking to people in the game, and they said, I think there's one more. And I'm like, all right.
Okay.
But the game modes are interesting. So one is like capture the flag mode. But instead of just like finding the flag in the neutral zone and bringing it back to your base, it's a battery. So like the battery sits in the middle, and you have to sit there for a little bit while the battery shields go down so you can pick it up. You pick a battery up and bring it back to your base, and it charges. While it's charging, the other team can steal the battery and charge it in their base. So
Okay.
like if you finish charging the battery 50%, you can bring it to their base and it will charge
the rest of the
50.
50%, yeah.
So it's like it's cool. It's an interesting take on like
Yeah, like
capture
a
the flag.
capture.
And then there's another territories mode where it's like there's like 3 or 4 territories all across the map, and then they keep changing. So like you have to get enough people in there to capture it, and like you need like 7 or 8. It's not just like here's 3 points that sit there the entire game.
Okay.
They're constantly moving around. And
That's pretty cool.
there's a lot of there's always the middle of the map doesn't have gravity, so you can like fly up.
Okay.
And that's a mechanic
actually
of the
pretty
game where, like, you can utilize... Like, your guns will push you back. Like, the rocket launcher, if you shoot
that's
it,
cool.
you'll get pushed back. In certain skills, like with guns, will push you back. But not all the areas are like that.
Okay.
And, like, the rest of the map's normal.
Yeah.
But it's definitely very reminiscent of, like, Overwatch and
like
TF2.
TF2 and all
kind of
that
like
kind of stuff.
Unreal. The guns are very different. The game's... looks pretty unique. The characters are alright. It's not very, like... I think Overwatch's characters aesthetically look amazing. Like, everything about Overwatch's stuff. I need to get that game. Everything about that game I love.
Would you get
about
it
its
on here?
characters. Yeah, I think I'd get it on PC.
Mm-hmm.
But, I wasn't, like, too impressed with the way they looked and the way they, like, talked. I
Like
mean,
the
it's
whole-
not that type of game where it's, like, super character-based.
But still.
There's not, like, Overwatch has, like, 16.
Yeah,
This
I know,
has,
yeah.
like... And they're not... It's not class-based. This is more... Well, it's not... Overwatch is more character, and every character has their own thing. This is more like each class has its own perks, or quirks.
Okay.
I like it. I think it needs a lot of work. It's fun, but it's definitely not there yet. It's an
I
alpha.
hear. Yeah, it's
Which
still
is-
getting there.
There's only 2 maps, 2
Sounds
game
interesting
modes.
though, honestly.
Yeah.
I could see if they added some more stuff on, I might give her a try. Is it coming out on consoles or only PC?
I don't know. I know it's not free to play. It's definitely like a $40 game. Like Overwatch, except Overwatch is 60.
I was about to say, yeah, it's 60. All right.
That's it. I definitely like it.
Sounds
if
cool.
you can get in the
Yeah,
alpha, try it
I
out.
might have to check it out. Moving on, we got our first look at Superman in the CW verse last week. Gooch, what did you think?
So, not a fan.
Really?
Not a fan.
I love it.
I'm not a fan at all.
That's
I
a
think I'm-
terribly unflattering picture. First off, I think that
this
totally
picture
missed.
sucks.
This picture, they did not do a good job at like making his suit look good. And we got
In
some set
other
photos.
shots, he looks better. I'll
Dude, the
admit.
set photos, I think he looks.
I saw a side by side of Henry Cavill and Tom Hoechlin. Is it Tyler Hoechlin or is it
Tyler
Tom?
Hoechlin.
I thought it was Tom.
Yeah, Tyler.
So they did a side by side. His Henry Cavill's blue is a lot darker.
Well, yeah, he's like more of a navy, like almost black blue, like a navy with like that like white shine.
And he doesn't have a belt, Henry Cavill. His boots
Yeah.
are pretty much the same look. Cape looks the same. Obviously, the Superman symbol's different, and the material looks very similar.
Yeah,
So, like, overall, they kind of have a similar look, but I like Henry Cavill's better.
I think he looks honestly perfect. I think it looks awesome. The belt looks cool in my opinion. The S looks spot on. I like how the cape kind of outlines the 2 corners of the S. It's a lot brighter of a blue, which I like. They're going with the kind of lighter tone.
I like the darker blue.
See, I like the lighter. Like,
I like how
no,
at least they-
let's
the
put it
image-
this way. I like that it's different. I
Yeah,
like
okay,
that.
I'll give it to you. I'll give that to you.
Like, I like that they
I like
are
how
going
him
like
and
a different.
Supergirl look pretty different.
And dude, there. Have you seen the pictures of him like just as Clark Kent and stuff? Like,
No.
I think it's gonna be cool. And he's not that buff, but I'm fine with it.
That is
Considering
an
it-
issue. He's
and I
not-
know you're. I
it's-
don't.
It's there's something about him. I'm like, dude, he doesn't have the physique.
I think he does. I just think he's not up to the standards that Cavill is up to. But that's because he has fucking Zack Snyder in his ear, coaching him until no ends. I think honestly,
I mean, like, dude,
I think
that-
Batman should
I
honestly
mean-
slim down a little bit because I think he looks almost too bulky in some of those trailers. But like,
Fucking Ben Affleck.
because there are some like
Dude, in
there's
some
some
of those
statues
shots,
though.
remember when he comes down in the Batcave? He's like a fucking giant.
That's what
I'm like, Jesus,
it's like you are
Christ.
hulking, Jesus Christ. And I like the slimmer look. I don't think Superman needs to be this gigantically buff dude, considering he literally physically, I don't even think really could build muscle mass technically, considering he lifts everything and it's just easy for him. He can just. But that's a whole nother. I'm not saying that he shouldn't. That's
But
just
it's a
a whole
TV
nother.
show. It's a CW.
And I just don't. I don't think it's necessary for him to have as gigantic of like a build as Henry Cavill does. But Henry Cavill's build works for what the Justice League and like
And plus,
DC
it's
versus.
fucking like AAA movies. Here.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Compared to where like they have a lot of time to like. Plus, they're already in shape in general. I don't. I mean, like Stephen Amell keeps in shape. Obviously, Grant Gustin's not doing as crazy as fucking workouts
Regiment as Stephen Amell, but he still is.
But
yeah.
Stephen Amell does that on his own, I think.
And
I
also,
don't
I,
think
mean,
anyone's
well, he has
telling him to do it.
he's a lot more strength based stuff, whereas like Barry,
Yeah, he doesn't need
you know
to be
how
strong.
you know how they film those apparently. Apparently, he just goes into the room and goes like, and then they blow a fan, and he's like, "Whoa, what's going on?" That's how
Do
they
they
see.
really?
Yeah, it's
I was like, that must be awkward.
It's
as hell.
like, I was listening to Kevin Smith's podcast and he was talking about like how they filmed it and he's like, so how like do you film that? And yeah, they apparently he just stands in a spot that has an X on it. They blow a gust of wind on him and he goes, and he's like, what's going on, guys? Like the magic,
So
the
cool.
magic of TV.
Wait, so even like on set they do it every time?
Well, I mean that's how they film him like getting into a scene.
That must
like
be a
he's,
pain in the ass.
I mean it's not that it's probably not that big a deal. Like they just all right, you go stand
Yeah, I guess
on this
they know
X.
what they're doing now.
Yeah, by this point we're gonna blow a gust of wind on you, and as soon as you do that, you do your thing and just start the scene.
Okay.
Guys, I'm back. Like,
Oh, hey, it's Barry.
overall, I think it looks fine. I think it's gonna be cool.
I think we'll see it. You know,
I love.
I'll judge it
honestly
when I see
really
it in
like
the show.
the like look of the cape of how it like goes over his shoulders and stuff like that.
I like Supergirl's cape.
I think it lines up with Supergirl in this universe really well. Like
Yeah.
that material and such. Very very nice stuff. Very good stuff.
Last topic.
Game of Thrones. It appears the
Pretty
end
much
is
confirming what we already knew.
nigh. Yeah.
Season 8 will be the last season of Game of Thrones.
Only 8 episodes in the last 2 seasons. I'm pretty sure.
7.
Right. That's gonna mark the end for the old.
That's
GOT.
nuts.
That is.
Because, like, it's hard to believe, like, if Walking Dead will ever end. Like, it just, like, doesn't seem like a thing. Like, it
But
didn't
it-
seem like
yeah.
Game of Thrones was going to end either. But, like,
But
in a way, I'm,
here
like,
it is.
I'm not happy it's ending, but, like...
It's
It's
got
gotta
its day.
end.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
the
there's no
show's
reason
gotta
for it
end.
to just continue on and forever. That's kind of why. That's where I felt like I got to with Walking Dead. Not saying it is, but
No,
just
no, but, like,
personally,
it definitely feels like...
like
it-
I feel
it
like
can
it's
go.
just we're just keep going. We got a new person, and I get that that's a TV show. I'm not,
I mean, they are still following the comics.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
Like, the
Yeah, no,
they're not out of, like,
no, and that's another,
source
and
material.
that's one thing I will give to Walking
Dead.
Dead. They do have that source
They're-
material,
and
Robert Kirkman is like the main dude on that show,
Yeah.
and he wrote the comic too. So that's
He's still writing the comic.
yeah, so hey, more power to you. Do what you want. I just personally feel like with that story, and I feel like it would have gotten to that same point with Game of Thrones that like I've got my fill on these guys, but Game of Thrones yet I want more, but I'll be satisfied.
Apparently,
by
there's supposed to be a spin-off series.
really,
That would be interesting.
it
And
depends on where they went with it.
It's supposed to be Duncan and Aegon Targaryen. There's some books, comics written about them that George R. R. Martin has done, and it's before all this. And I'm just kind of like, well, here's the thing: where would that even would people want that? I don't think so. I don't know.
Yeah, that's honestly kind of I guess something they'd have to.
But that
test the
scares
waters
me
with.
because I Fear the Walking Dead does not nearly hold up as well as fucking Walking Dead does.
True.
I'll still watch it, but I'm not
I agree with
nearly
that.
as invested.
It's we got to take that with a grain of salt.
yeah,
Like, leave it where-
Fear the
like-
Walking Dead and Game of Thrones are going at the same time. Like, I'm fucking watching Game of Thrones. I don't watch Fear the Walking Dead.
And there are like you don't want them to just make a spin-off series to make a spin-off series. Like I always think of Dexter like when it comes to spin-offs because like they didn't. Do you care if I spoil it
No.
for you? Spoilers for the end of Dexter. At the end, they make it seem like he's dead, but then like there's this last shot of him like in this logging yard like just living a different life, and you're like, why isn't he dead? Like he should have died. Like and apparently.
Walter White died.
And apparently, yeah, like that's he should have died,
Spoilers.
or Dexter should have been caught or dead. But that's a whole nother topic.
It's a show that I hear a lot of shit about, especially.
Well,
in
not
certain
not.
things.
It's like awesome. First 4 seasons are like probably my favorite.
Did it get
television of all
switched
time.
to
A new showrunner came in on season like 5 through 7.
and it was
And it
bad?
just wasn't not even like I wouldn't say bad, but compared to what the first 4
Walking
seasons
Dead is
was.
on same with that. Like, dude, the showrunners from like the beginning of the series till now, it's a wholly different
Like-
fucking show. Like Game of Thrones hasn't really changed. I mean, like,
dude,
it's different,
I
but like,
just watched the first season of Dexter again the other week. I was like, this is so fucking good, so good. And then just after that, and the end of the 4th season, they oh god, dude, it's awesome stuff. But yeah, they kind of went a different route, which I did not enjoy as much. Some characters just turned into annoying bitches. But hey, what do you?
his wife.
No, it's like his sister. But then
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
there's his
I've
not
heard.
his not blood related sister. Like I don't know. They had her like her name's Deborah. Like she goes down this like I like her from the beginning like until season 4. After that, she just kind of just gets super fucking annoying. Like you're like, what the fuck happened? Why is she being like this? She's being a total cunt.
All right.
Anyways, that about wraps it up for us today here at Everything Entertainment. I've of course been Trio. You can find us on Facebook, Everything Entertainment. We only got about 2 episodes left for the summer, guys. Just for in general, I guess. Yeah.
In general.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, we had this discussion last week. Well, we might come back in some capacity. We may not, but we'll make sure to rock out these last 2 weeks. Gooch.
Finish Metal Gear, you bitch. So I can just sit here and like blow your mind.
Do you even understand? All
I
right.
do.
He's been Gooch. I've been Trio. Thanks for listening.